So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gage Cairo, and I'm here today to play a little activity with you guys. By a show of hands, who has had an issue that they didn't think they could quite overcome by themselves and needed a little help from somebody else? Okay, so keep that in mind. But before we get started, it's important that everybody is participating as safe as possible. That means that you're paying attention to your path and those around you. Are there any questions? All right, so in just a second, you're gonna do two things. One, you're gonna come on stage. Two, you're gonna stand on one side. Are there any questions? All right, come on. All right, so when the music starts, your goal is to make it from that side of the stage to the other side and back as fast as possible. Remember guys, you have to be safe, so make sure you're paying attention, all right? Are there any questions? All right, go. Awesome. So your time for that round was 8:25. Pretty good. So this round, on the piece of paper that you have, is an action. Say hop. If your action says hop, you can now only cross the stage by hopping. That means hopping the entire way. Okay? Are there any questions? Go. Everybody knows I've got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. Everybody wants the rest of magic, 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 oh. So that one was a little more challenging, right? Your time for that one was, you take away up or down? Up. Thank you. Up, right. So that one was 54.3. So this round, you're gonna do the exact same thing, but there's always a twist. So this round, if your card says walk or run, you can turn around and high five somebody with a slow action. Say walk heel to toe, which took the longest last time. So remember, you're turning around and high fiving those who have slow actions, right? Are there any questions? Go. Awesome, y'all did amazing. That time, your time was 14:05. Y'all did amazing. You can go back to your seats now. All right, so which round had the fastest time?
The first one.
First one. Which round had the slowest time?
The second one.
The second one, right. So with that in mind, the first round represents a perfect world where everybody has the exact same start. The second round represents the real world, where not everybody has the same start. Some have mountains to overcome and some have curves, right? Not everybody's on the same level. So who had run as their action for the second round? Did you finish before everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Who had to sit down the second round? How did that make you feel?
A little left out.
A little left out? Okay, so with that in mind, the third round represents the real world, but with individuals who turn around and lend a helping hand to those around them, who had to sit down the third round. How did that make you feel?
At first, I felt alone, but then Imaya came back because she was running and she gave me a hot five. And that made me recognize that in the real world, people can help you and give you a better chance at life as well.
Awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so as individuals, leaders, and advocates, it's imperative that in the rush and the noise and the confusion of our own lives, that we take a moment and turn around and help those surrounding us. In doing so, we can ensure that as a community, as individuals and leaders, that we grow to be better than the real world. And maybe, with the help of everybody in a conjoined action, we can make sure that nobody gets left behind. Now, for those of you who had to run the first round, that might not have seemed like a lot, but that high five to those who were sitting was everything. They would not have made it across the stage if you hadn't given them that high five. And with that, we can see that a simple act of kindness and service can go a long way. Thanks for having me.